they still gotta play us. Let's go, baby. Woo!
Don't run that ball on the one Hubbard, showed you how that go down. Feeling like Santino, tell him we want all the smoke now. We ain't snooping that commercial, we don't put no smoke down. Plus we back and you can't hide, so it ain't nowhere safe to go now. We always gon' turn up in that jungle every time. How we ain't gon' win when we loaded in with 9? Plus T just came in signed, so the city gon' be fine. Jamar say he open every time and he ain't never lied. Look at how we win at it, the size of the old line. Giving Burrow extra time should be a federal crime. Hey, we right back on that path again. Put the division back to the test, they won't pass again. Orlando and Trent Brown, that's the Tower Twins. Feel like we only getting better as we stacking wins.
And we stacking.
Jaceki in for 6, that's a gritty again. AFC North battles getting gritty again. It's Yoshi second year, we just brought Burton in. Vaughn back to ring some bells, get the cracking again.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, the Iceman, Jeff Trunapole. And as always, I'm bringing you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio, home of some of the best ribs and wings around. That's right, it is Midwest's best barbecue and creamery. If you have not checked it out, I ask you this every single day. Why the hell not? Get out there. Try some of Tim Nichols' wings and ribs. Get you some Dillinator wings, some CTB wings, the award-winning G-Funk. It's all delicious. Again, that's Midwest's best barbecue. Tell them Ice sent you. Also, the show is brought to you by Meyer Windows and Doors. Check them out at www.meyercincinnati.com for all your window and door needs. I got them in my house. Like I always say, I highly recommend you get them in yours. And my West Side peeps, if you're looking for a cool little sports bar to go check out, I highly recommend you go over to Cheviot, Chevois, if you want to sound a little fancy. Go to Hail Mary's. It's your ticket to the game. They got big-ass TV screen, beer specials, food trucks, free parking. It's an awesome, awesome place to check it out. Again, that's Hail Mary's, your ticket to the game. And if you guys are looking for something to do, on Tuesday night, me and Joe Schmo, just Joe, whatever you want to call him, he's Joe. We're going to be live at the Moreline Lager House. We do it every single Tuesday from 6 to 8. Happy hour is extended from 3 to 9. What does happy hour mean? Happy hour means you get $5 drafts, house wines, well drinks, and $2 off appetizers. Again, come to Moreline Lager House every Tuesday. Also, before each and every Bengals home game, 3 hours before, come check us out at the Mercedes-Benz of Fort Mitchell at Moreline Lager House, the pregame experience. It's only $75 to get in. Open bar, people. Two of the greatest words in the English language. Also, a delicious spread, buffet spread, chicken wings. They had chicken sandwiches, and I can't remember. They had a whole bunch of stuff there this past week. It was delicious. Go check out Moreline Lager House, all their social media platforms. They have tickets there. Again, it's only $75, and I highly recommend you come join us and have some fun because there's a DJ there. I'll be there. We're doing a live show for a little while. It's a good time. We're going to watch the Bengals get their first home win. I cannot wait. What's up to everybody in the chat? We got Brad in there. Tebow's in there. Joe Farsi wants to know who Joe Schmo is, Brad. Or Jay Schmo. Jay Schmo is what he said. I don't know. Robert's in there. Stranger's in there. And Jeremy's in there. What's going on? All right, guys. So, we are 0-3. BJ Hill and Rankins did not participate. Jamar Chase says he's very happy with the way the big plays went Monday. Feels like he's put the offseason behind him, and he's ready to go. Now, that's scary, I think, for the rest of the NFL. Amir Smith is going to make his first start. He's going to step his game up. I think he played really good. I saw him get beat one time, badly, on Monday night's game. But he's got to go against Jadeveon Clowney. So, defense has got to step up. This is what I looked at. A couple guys at work are asking me, like, well, you know, if Andy Dalton plays like he did last week, we're going to lose. I'm like, yeah, if Andy Dalton plays like he did last week and our defense plays like we did last week, yeah, we're probably going to lose. But I don't think that's going to happen. Let's find out what Joe thinks. Joe, what do you think?
Wait for it.
Ooh, somebody's been playing with the graphics.
I'm coming in with the sound and the thunder. Well, maybe not the sound, but coming in with some exciting effects here. I I'm too busy worrying about that. What was the question?
I had it all set up, land for him. He goes, "Ooh, look at my new toy! Look what I can do!" Wait, what were we talking about?
I'm sorry.
I said, Andy Dalton. Is there? Now you're getting me all confused. Do you think Andy Dalton will play as good as he did last week, and our defense will play as bad as they did last week?
No on both. Dalton, to paraphrase James Rapine in the crazy. First off, did you see the hubbub that Busting with the Boys? It's a Washington social media podcast, whatever.
I heard something about it. You tell me. You explain it to me. I haven't heard the whole story. Go ahead.
So in his post game, basically James was talking about how bad the defense was. He's like, I really liked Jaden Daniels. Like he played a great game, but he's not that good.
Right.
Emphasis on like not that good. He completed over 90% of his passes. So the dipshits, and apparently it wasn't even the guys that was whoever runs their social media clipped that so that the quote was Bengals media doesn't think Jaden Daniels is that good.
Right.
No, he's not completing
that
90% of his passes for 11 plus yards an attempt. Nobody is that good.
Right.
Like that's literally the love child of Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and Andrew Luck. Like no,
nobody's that good.
Right. Like no, the Bengals defense was that bad. But to get back to my original point, Andy Dalton isn't that good as he played the other week.
Right.
Like, we know what he can do. He plays really well against the Bengals, but
we beat him last time.
Yeah, he's also a backup quarterback.
Yep, for a reason.
Like, yeah, I mean, he's fine. He came and he settled, Carolina down and kind of showed Bryce Young, hey, you have some talented playmakers. Like, it's not like you've got a bunch of, they got rid of a lot of their really good players, but they still have guys out there, and it's at least showing the rest of the guys on the team, like, you guys aren't all flaming garbage. It's just the 3'2" quarterback they drafted 1-1 last year. And Dalton still might have a good game, but I don't think he's, again, going to go, almost 75%, 319, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And I don't think Bengals defense is going to play that bad.
I mean, the biggest thing that I've taken from this defense from last week, because I kept asking this question on Tuesday, what was the difference? And what I've come to the conclusion was our pass rush. Jaden Daniels had forever to throw the ball. We had one pass rusher. We had Trey Hendrickson. That was it. You didn't have Rankins. You didn't have B.J. Hill putting any kind of pressure up the middle, or at least taking on two guys or anything. Zach Hart didn't do a whole lot. J.J. Faley is what he is. Joseph Osai, to me, I love the dude. He's been very disappointing this year. We really need something from him. Sam Hubbard, we need something from him. We got to have a pass rush from somebody. And Miles Murphy might be that guy, but he's not going to be back till, I think, next week. He's the first one he's eligible to come off. Yeah. And we don't know if I think he still can be that guy, but we haven't seen it on a consistent basis yet. That doesn't help us this week, though. So that's where I'm like, where does this pass rush come from? I mean, so to me, that's where Lou's got to go into his become the mad scientist, and he's going to have to start blitzing, I think. And they're going to have to, I think. You put pressure on any quarterback, they're going to throw you the ball. And that's what we did to Patrick Mahomes. And that's why we had, 2 interceptions. Should have been 3 interceptions. But they got to change something up a little bit because we don't have, our only legit pass rusher right now is Trey.
Yeah. What I'm really confused about, okay, so again, Trey Hendrickson is the only pass rusher they have, and he had a poor game last week. Again, he's being double teamed at a rate unheard of. No one's matching the rate of double teams that he's getting because there's no one else.
There's no one else.
The team has, no one else has no other help.
Right.
And he's still, there was a chart, it's times double teamed. It was one of those line charts. What percent you were being double teamed and what percent pass rush win rate. And he's in the far right corner, meaning that he's winning, his win rate is higher than anybody else's, Myles Garrett, anybody, and he's still getting double teamed more than anybody else.
Yep.
So he's having a phenomenal season. He just didn't have a great game the other day. My question is, he always lines up at the right defensive end position.
You want to move
against the left tackle? You need to move him around.
That's a good thought.
Like, I'm not saying do what Myles Garrett does. No one has the ability to do what Myles Garrett does. When
at least At least give him a different look. At least try it.
Moving to the other side, move 2 pass rushers on one end, and then like stack do end to end, and then 3 tackles. Technically, that wouldn't be end, but you know what I mean. Have some creativity. No one else can really do what Myles Garrett does. When in a true passing situation, Myles Garrett has the ability, or he has the green light to line up wherever and pick the matchup that he wants. Like, what was it last year in week 1? He's literally standing over Ted Karras, pretending like he's dribbling a basketball. And wherever, and he did that for a reason, because whatever beat he was on when they snapped the ball, that's the lane that he's taking.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not flat-footed. So if he's going going to his left, when the ball snapped, he's going up, going through that gap. If it's on his right, he's going to that gap. And I don't think Trey Henderson's going to be able to do that, because again, he's not that. Nobody is that freak athlete that Myles Garrett is. But lining him up at the same spot time after time after time, and just letting him get double teamed, the offense can't move around. Like, you can shift a tight end, but you're not going to shift the entire offensive line to cover the guy. So do what you like. You have the ability to change the map.
Now, question: you can look this. You can look this up. Has Trey? Have the Bengals ever moved him, or in his career? Is there any way when he was in New Orleans, did they move him? I'm curious about that, because I don't. I mean, this is a good point, because he is right now your only. And to me, you either got to start blitzing more, or like you said, move Trey around, because you got to try to get a better matchup for him, and that's the whole thing. And that's one thing Lou has been very good at, is putting the players in positions to where they can succeed at. Now, personally, I think that Trey's been playing so good. I think that they thought that he would continue to win like he has been all season. So that's why they didn't move him. Again, I don't know if I don't remember them ever moved, because I know Trey was on one side and Sam's on the other side. It's been like that, I think, since they got here.
It's always Sam plays left end, and
right.
That's your strong end for run defense.
I don't know if they've ever moved him. I don't think the Bengals have ever moved him. I guarantee the Bengals have never moved him. I don't know if the Saints could do that. And that's the thing. It's like, is Trey comfortable in doing that? That's the thing too. Because it's easy for us to say that, but maybe Myles Garrett is a freak. I mean, I hate to say it, and him and TJ Watt, they can move those guys around. They're just that. And Trey is good. He is, and I'll admit that he's a notch below them. Not a ton.
Pass rushing, not quite, but in terms of full freak.
Right. Yes. Pass rushing, he's on their level, but being able to move around, and athletics and all that stuff, he's a little below them. But that is an interesting question, if they have ever moved him, if they thought about that, because
I'm looking at, they don't have the specific alignment in terms of left end, right end.
Right.
37 times since 2021 was his first season here at Cincinnati. 37 times he's lined up inside as a tackle. 62 times he's lined up inside between tackle and guard gap, and the rest of the time, and it's
probably always on the left side. Probably
on the offensive line. Again, they don't show one
left
side
or, right.
or the other, but I honestly can't remember. I think it's that they have him listed playing one snap at defensive tackle this year. I don't remember seeing that one snap.
I wonder what if you put
any of the other 37 snaps.
I wonder if this would help Joseph Osai if you put Osai next to Hendrickson, and they both go out. You can't double team both of them.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, put 5 guys on the line, okay? One in nickel formation, 5 guys on the line. Logan Wilson, because Jermaine Pratt is slow as hell all of a sudden. You put 3 times. Figure out the alignment. Put those guys next to each other. They can do stunts. They can do twists. Like, something like. It seems like everyone's just doing a straight up pass rush all the time. They're doing afraid. They don't want guys out of position.
I know they know how to do twists and stunts, because I remember I've seen them do it in practice. I know they know how to do it.
Right, and that's the only way Sam Hubbard can get pressure is on a stunt. Usually it's Zach Carter or somebody who's opening up the gap, taking the guard outside to give him some space. Mm-hmm. But that's the only way that Sam Hubbard ever gets any pressure.
Yeah, but they're going to have to do something, because, like I said, most likely B.J. Hill and Rankins are most likely not going to play, so we're going to have Zach Carter and Tufele in there again. Yeah. And they are what they are.
Tufele had the best pass rush grade.
I think, honestly, I think Tufele has played pretty good. Now, you and me were talking earlier today, and I was trying to find out when the hell is McKinley Jackson ever going to come back. and I text Trags, and he said he's still 2 or 3 weeks out. And I couldn't remember what he hurt, but he hurt his right knee. So that's what I got a text back from Trags. Okay. That's what he did. So he's still 2 3. And so. Yeah, and I'm not saying McKinley Jackson is going to be, the answer. I have no idea. I just know he's a body that we can put out there. Because I mean, your interior defensive line, you're down 3 guys that you were counting on, and this was my concern in the offseason. That's why I would have loved to keep DJ Reader or at least somebody and say, all right, cool, we lost DJ. You signed Rankins, cool. We needed somebody else, and they went and drafted McKinley Jackson. Cool. I still want them to get somebody else because McKinley Jackson's a rookie, and you don't know how rookies are going to get. Chris Jenkins, I get it, which he did. And like I said, that was my fault. He did play Monday. He made such an impact. I didn't even know he was out there. Which hopefully, after next week or this week will be his second NFL game. Maybe he'll make a bigger impact than he did this week. I still think he's going to be a good player. It's just a lot to ask for. A rookie on your very first game to come back from a broken thumb to take as many snaps as he did, and try to be an impact player. And that's where, on the other side of the ball, we got Mims, who I thought Mims played good. I saw him get really beat bad on one play where he just got juked. Now this week, I didn't realize this until I think Charlie Clifford put this out there from Channel 5 that Jadeveon Clowney is on the Carolina Panthers. I didn't even realize he was even there. So this is going to be an interesting matchup because Mims, they're going to put Clowney on Mims because Clowney's another one you can move around a lot. Yeah. So they're going to put Clowney on Mims until Mims shows that he can beat him. He can hold him back. So that'll be an interesting matchup that I'll be watching a lot. So I still feel confident that we can win this game. I mean, we have to. They have to win this game. I mean, if we're 0-4, dude, like we said Tuesday, we might be starting our draft content here in October, which I really don't want to do. I really don't think we're going to. And the thing is, Joe, and I always try to look at everything as on the sunny side. When we win Sunday, we'll be 1-3, which is the same record as we were last year. And you can say, well, we didn't make the playoffs last year. Yeah, but Joe got back. We won the next 4 out of 5 games once Joe got healthy, and then Joe got injured, and we still almost damn near made the playoffs. So there's still a chance. And with this schedule, and like I'll keep quoting TJ Houshmandzadeh, he said, well, on paper the schedule is supposed to be weak. We'll see how we're supposed to have beaten all 3 of these, or at least 2 of these teams that we should have beat them, but we didn't. So we'll see what happens. Now,
for the record, Chris Jenkins played 24 snaps, 13 run defense. Had a pretty good grade per PFF, 71.3. I saw him make one stop somebody in the hole. But by their grading scale, he had a pretty good game. Pass rush wasn't really there, but no one's pass rush was.
No one's pass rush was. That's the thing. All right, T. Brookie here. Let's see. Do you think they focus so much on stopping the run that they played tight to the line and allowed too much space?
No.
I just don't think they could get off the blocks and get up the field. I mean, that was the
thing. This wasn't like there were gaps. Like it was. He had all day long, and you can't cover guys for 4 or 5 seconds.
Yeah, you can't. That's why guys are running wide open because you can't cover them that long.
Exactly. Especially if you're man to man, like you're going to lose track of them for that split second. It doesn't matter who you are. You're going to lose track of them for a split second, and then they're in a window and they can easy pass and completion for them.
And people are all over CTB. Jeremy here says, I think CTB has been giving up too many steps on these fast receivers, but also it would be very hard to guard against some of those dime Jalen was throwing. Yeah. Honestly, people need to, in my opinion, need to get off CTB. I mean,
well, you run your mouth, you put a target on you.
But he ran his mouth the week before, and he shut. Yeah, but not by the guy he was talking shit about. He shut that guy down, and the one he got roasted on, he damn near missed it, tipping the ball by that much because he slowed down. So I mean,
safety was.
It's one play. I mean,
safety coverage.
Yeah,
but the point is, if you're 2-0-3, like
it's one play though. But that's the thing. Like somebody. Okay, Charlie Goldschmidt said this, and he was on NFL Network on the radio, and he said the same thing that I've been thinking. This team, they live off of shutting people up. I mean, they talk trash to the Chiefs all the time, and we beat them. They talk trash about the Bills, and they beat them. I mean, this isn't anything new. They've done this before. So, I mean, they're people act like they haven't done this before. They have. That's where I'm like, yeah, he got beat. It didn't go well this week. The week before that, they're like, oh, he got beat once. Okay, he got beat once. One time, Cam Taylor-Britt got beat. That was it. Other than that, they didn't do shit against him on the Chiefs game. So that's where I'm like, and like we've said here before, you can't, I don't care, you can be Deion Sanders. You can't cover a guy for that long. They're going to be open. And when Jalen Daniels is throwing passes at a 90, what was his passer rating? 95%? Was his passer rating?
The completion percentage was over 90.
Yeah. Well, you have that, and he's throwing dimes. And I don't care. I've said this before, talk about Jackpot Joey. When you throw the perfect pass, nobody's going to defend it. And Jalen Daniels was throwing a lot of perfect passes because he had all kinds of time. So all this stuff where everybody's like, oh, we got to do this. Look, all we got to do is get pressure on the quarterback. How we're going to do it, I don't know. Like we just said, move chair headers around, blitz more. You got it. You got to get pressure on the quarterback. If they don't do that, it's going to be like it was last week. Plain and simple. That's football. You got to get pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, and it's, you don't want to make it 91.3%. If I just did the quick math here, 21, 23. Like that's literal video game numbers. And that's why
they do it all the time. They do it all the time. They do it all the time. If you guys really think they need something extra to go win in an NFL game, then you guys don't understand what this is. Yeah, maybe it's a little extra effort, but it's not going to go, oh my God, I'm going to go kick your ass because you talk bad about me.
Yeah, I don't buy the bulletin. I never buy the bulletin board. I think it's a bad look when you're out there talking shit and you're 0-2, 0-3, and you give up. Again, PFF didn't.
Chad did it all the time.
Well, right. PFF didn't credit him for the Rashee Rice pass over his head last week. I guess they put it on the safeties because he had a perfect coverage or damn near perfect.
He was right. I mean, he was right there. If the safety comes over the top, they knock it down. Or if he doesn't slow, because if you replay and watch it, he slowed down and then he sped up and caught up to him and damn near knocked it away. So that's where everybody keeps talking about. Oh, he got burnt down. Like, yeah, I think the safety was supposed to come over because he did slow down. So
it's just a bad look, and it puts.
But it's not that. But and I know when you're 0-3, it's everybody's like, oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. It's like, look, you get pressure on the quarterback. He doesn't complete as much as he does.
Well, right.
And we have our offensive plays like we did last week and the week before that. We're gonna win. And I'm not trying. And I don't know if it's gonna happen or not, but it's that simple. Sorry.
Yeah. It's. You have to assume, you have to kind of hope that Lou can understand how to adjust. He knows these guys. Most guys outside of Lawrence Guy and Sheldon Rankins, who's not even here, not even going to be playing next week. He knows he knows the guys. He knows their strengths and weaknesses. So you would hope that he'd be able to try to scheme something up. Again, it needs to be explained to me. And again, I wish I had press credentials. First off, they'd take it away from me because I would ask some of the most I'd ask questions in the most
You'd be like, why don't you trade for Jadeveon Clowney?
It would be like, why the what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Why can't you move guys around? Why is it always Sam Hubbard left?
And maybe they will.
But they haven't. It's 4 seasons in. They've had.
Whoa! But it's worked in 4 seasons. I mean,
well, I know.
Yeah. So I mean, you can't.
Other games.
I know, but for the most part, it's where. I mean, when we went to the AFC Championship game back-to-back years, we went because of the defense. Okay, right. It wasn't the offense. So now it's time for the offense is stepping up and the defense kind of drop back a little. The defense, all you gotta do is make a couple plays. I mean, really, seriously, the way the offense has played the last 2 weeks, if the defense can make a couple plays, we're gonna win.
Yeah,
and that's it. I'll get to Dustin's here, $5 super chat. Appreciate you, man. You see Charlie's post. Lou heavily says in drafting of players and what their role will be. Tobin gets the hate, but it's Lou's vision that hasn't worked.
Yeah, that's because Bengals have the smallest scouting.
But it's
scouting.
You guys are driving me nuts. You guys are really kill. It has worked. I mean, we've went to the AFC Championship game and the Super Bowl because of the defense. It has worked. It's not working right now. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, and I keep because I used to get all over Lou, but I mean, if it continue, I'll put it this way: if it continues, then I'll be like, yeah, it hasn't worked. It's been awful. The defense has been horrible for years, which it hasn't been. It was just absolutely god awful last week, and it wasn't god awful against the Chiefs. The problem is they did not. When you lose, what you lost Rankins, you lost B.J. Hill, you lost Chris Jenkins, and McKinley Jackson. Those are four guys that you counted on to be in your defensive line rotation. That they haven't had all four of them for not one single game yet. They should have added more depth to that defensive room. Is what they should have done, but they didn't.
Here's the thing: are any of those guys a true, legitimate impact player? No. They didn't. They can't. They didn't draft one, and they didn't sign one.
Did they have one before when they went to the AFC Championship game? And other than DJ Reader,
DJ Reader, like there's your game right.
Well, that's the if you get a rotation. Well, see, I can't sit there and say that about Chris Jenkins. I can't say that about McKinley Jackson. I don't know. I haven't seen him play that much. But I don't know. Now, Sheldon Rankins, I have seen him dominate us, so he has been that before. So. I can't sit there and say absolutely not. No way. These guys are absolute garbage. They can't do it. No, because have I seen it yet? No. Will they do it? I hope so.
They have these guys are good rotational players.
Right. Which but that was.
You need to have a legit have a legit counterbalance. Like there's no again. Like the reason that the pass rush has been decent is because Trey Hendrickson is so good on one side. When they put extra attention on his side, someone had been able to get through. But you're accounting for 3 games in, and we haven't had that rotation. That was kind of my points. But their defensive line was crap last year, even with DJ Reader.
We haven't had that rotation this entire time, so you or me cannot sit there and say what it would look like with all 4 of them. Are any of those guys DJ Reader? No. If you watch the show, I hated losing DJ Reader. I wanted to keep him. All right, so I thought it would be really hard to replace him. I don't think we did, but I don't know what the rotation looked like. We haven't seen any of them freaking play. So my point is, if you weren't going to pay DJ Reader, you needed to get some more guys behind the guys. That's the thing, and that's what I think they wanted to do, is they were trying to replace DJ Reader with more guys, a rotation to keep fresh guys in there. That hasn't worked because they got hurt. So, again, I'm not saying it's right, wrong, or different. I have no idea if it's going to work. Right now, it's not working because they are injured. So, you got guys, Zach Carter, who we both thought probably wasn't going to make the team this year, is on there. Jay Tufele, who I thought was going to be on the practice squad. These are 2 guys that are starting for us. That's the problem. I mean, you can say what you want about the guys we had and everything, but the 2 weeks before that, our defense was good enough to win against the New England Patriots and against Kansas City Chiefs. So the 2 weeks before, our defense was good enough to win.
Hang on, whoa, hang on. 2 weeks before,
the 2 games before that, the first 2 weeks, our game
they ran all over them. What are you talking about? They ran for like 20 yards.
What was the score?
I don't remember the exact score, but
it wasn't like they blew. It was like they blew us out.
Right, because they ran the ball, and the Bengals never had the.
If our offense had played like they did the last 2 weeks, we would have won. That's my point.
But you're going back to just because the offense played like crap doesn't mean that doesn't take.
But that's what I had to. That's
they
what
ran for the Patriots ran for. Hang on, where's the exact number?
They ran all over us. The run defense was awful. It was
70 yards, 4.4 yards a pop. Like that. That's bad. Like that's not winning numbers. They kept the ball from them for 34 minutes. They had over almost a 10-minute time of possession advantage.
Yeah, the first week the defense, the running game was terrible. The secondary was actually pretty good. If our offense was any close to what it was the first 2 weeks, we win the game. That's neither here nor there. The thing is, what I'm saying is our defense. All right, I'll put it this way: we'll throw out the first game last week against the Chiefs, who you act like they're hot garbage Tuesday, are the defending Super Bowl champs. And you act like our defense. Well, you do. You act like that. You hold on. What you see? I was too tired to argue with you about this Tuesday. So you were saying Tuesday that act like the Chiefs worked shit and our defense didn't do anything. It's what you're acting like. Like they're 2-time defending champs. You got Patrick Mahomes, MVP, and I hate saying this about them, but they are. And we were in the game. If they don't call, if we don't call the damn pass interference, or if Evan McPherson kicks the extra point, we win the freaking game. Our defense played good enough last week with Sheldon Rankins, and BJ Hill in there. So my point is, if we have these 4 guys that we're counting on, it might be good enough. I don't know. I haven't seen all 4 of them in there, and neither have you. So you can't sit there and say, "Oh my God, these guys are terrible." None of them are as good as DJ Reader, but if you put all 4 of them in there, they might be. Is why I put it that way, because I don't know. Does that make sense? I can't speak on something that I haven't seen.
But you've seen BJ Hill. BJ Hill is a really solid player.
Rotational player, right?
But he's a rotational player.
That's
Sheldon Rankins is a
That's what I'm.
player.
That's what I'm
I know,
freaking saying.
But you're saying that you're saying, yeah, we haven't seen them all together.
We haven't.
We know individually what these guys are. They're all of a sudden
okay.
better.
Some of the all right. I'll try to speak this slowly to you. If we have all 4 of them, it's a rotation. I don't know what all 4 of them look like in a rotation. I'm saying they are rotational players. Right. That's what we got them for. I don't. Maybe you've seen all 4 of them play. I don't on the field at the same time. I haven't. That's all I'm saying. We haven't seen all 4 of them. I don't know what all 4 of them look like in Bengals uniforms on the same field at the same time playing a football game together. Will it be better than what we have? I don't know. I'm just saying we haven't seen it yet. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Well, right. I'm not saying.
And you're just saying they're all garbage. I'm like, well, they're the fucking players. They can't be all garbage. They're not DJ Reader. I know they're not. I love DJ Reader. I was going to fucking kept them, but we didn't. Anyway, hi. How are you?
Yeah, talking louder isn't going to make me change my mind.
That's what you did to me Tuesday. You kept cutting me off. You wouldn't let me freaking talk. So there. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how what your point is. Your point is you say they all suck, but you haven't seen. My point is you haven't seen all 4 of them play on the field, so you don't know how all 4 of them suck or not because you haven't seen all 4 of them play on the field together. Like you haven't. You haven't.
But okay, so here's my point being. Zach Carter's played a lot of NFL snaps. Right?
Zach Carter was not in that rotation at all that I just said. So
but I mean,
JT Faley wasn't in that either. It was. I'll try to get McKinley Jackson, BJ Hill, Sheldon Rankins, and Chris Jenkins. Those are the 4. We haven't seen all 4 of them on the field. We haven't seen them.
But it's malpractice by the front office to rely on it.
I didn't say it was great. You're acting like you're putting words in my mouth. I didn't say it was great. I want them to sign DJ Reader. I wanted them to add more people on the defensive line. All I'm saying, you are acting like these guys in this rotation that we had. Yeah, we don't know what they look like. I don't know what they look like. They might be good together. I don't know. Lou, who has had a hell of a defense for the last 3 years, was okay with it. So, it's crazy. What? You're bringing up a question we're talking now. Gaslighting about DJ Reader. Crazy.
No, I'm just putting this up because it's to the point we're talking about, or kind of a point like about DJ Reader. We're talking about the line, so he's just making a point. Again, I'm not refuting the point that you're making. We haven't seen McKinley Jackson, the other guys.
And he might stick. I have no idea. I don't know.
Right, but the point, my point is, we've seen the 2 guys, the veterans, the guys that are known quantities, and they're okay. Sheldon Rankins has value. Unfortunately, he went out with an injury in middle of week 2, and didn't do much. What's that?
He went out at the end of the Kansas City game. Him and BJ. It was the end of that.
I mean,
both of them were at the end of the game.
Yeah, it was during the Kansas City game.
They played the majority of the Kansas City game. Then it's like seemed like back-to-back plays. They both got hurt.
Yeah, it was. They're very close to each other. Then if not the same drive, then a couple drives apart. But and we know they're useful players in a rotation. But I'm saying, relying on Chris Jenkins, I'm huge. I am extremely high on Chris Jenkins. I think that guy is, even though he's a little undersized for a run stopper, his numbers playing his first NFL game, he had decent numbers. Like again, his PFF grade was really good. You need that stud, and it wasn't going to be DJ Reader. And that's why I put up T. Brookie's point is DJ Reader, because they couldn't, if they could bring him back on a deal that made sense for what you expect from him.
Put it this way, if he didn't get injured, I think they would have signed him. That's the thing.
I think they would have tried harder to sign him again. Yeah, because they're chicken shit with how they do
contracts. And the thing is, how is DJ? I love DJ. I have no idea how he's doing in Detroit, to be honest. He's probably playing great. I have no idea. But
I will look that up.
Look it up. I mean, like I said, again, I would 2 things. I wish they signed DJ Reader, and if they hadn't done it, I wish they had added more to the defensive line. I said that, beginning of the season, I'm worried about that.
There was absolutely no, because the team has, the front office has zero sense of urgency. They think they'll just draft some guys and they'll come in and they'll fill them instead of you guys have cap space. This is the last year that you guys have a ton of cap space because you're going to have to actually supposedly sign the players that you let let Jesse Bates walk for, and the reason that you're going to let T. Higgins walk for. Sign somebody. Go out and spend the money to sign Wilkins or somebody. There were some big name defensive tackles.
There was names out there that I wish they were signed.
And they didn't even sniff them because too much money, too much guarantee money. Fuck off. If you can't afford a contract in the NFL, sell the fucking team.
Again, with the guaranteed money,
they're not going to trade the team, but they're still the team.
No, the guaranteed money, I think, and this is where me and Cap are talking about. It's what they have to do to put it into whatever the hell it is, the fund that they got put into escrow, which is so stupid. I think that's the problem because, look, the Brown family doesn't have money like the guy who owns the Browns. They don't have money like the guy who owns the Carolina Panthers. They don't. Yeah, they don't have that. So and I'm not saying they're poor or anything, but they got to be smart with their money. So that's why I think they're hesitant to do the guaranteed money because you got to put it in escrow. You put it in escrow, it makes no money for you or the player or anybody. The player just gets the money.
It's dumb.
So,
it's really dumb. They have
to.
But here's the thing: you own a $2 billion company. You can get a really prime. But hang on.
Go ahead.
You can get a really prime interest rate, borrowing money from the fucking bank for a contract. There is every single bank in the country that will give you like a subprime. I'm not in banking. I don't understand anything. Every bank will loan you money to put in a fucking escrow account to sign these players. Every other team manipulates numbers to go over the cap or to bend the cap and make it viable, and they deal with it down the road.
I don't disagree with that.
They're just scared. They're chick. I don't understand if it's not being cheap because they spend real money, like the actual real dollars on a contract. Money. They spend.
Yeah,
but
I don't know why I can't.
There's no and it's not going to change because hell, if you listen to some people, it's not even the Blackburns that really handle that. It's all the way down to the great grandkids, the Katie and Caroline, who Caroline and Elizabeth, who run a lot of the stuff now. It's not going to change. It's not going to change as long as that family owns the Bengals, which means it'll never change. The Bengals are never going to do everything that they want to do, everything they need to do. I mean, to put a winning team here, and that's what's frustrating because
they've had a winning team. The last
to put a real winning team, a winning team like as in trophies.
I still think we got a shot to win the Super Bowl. So
do they do everything they can? Go ahead. Sorry.
Because I'll put it this way, and this is what kills me. Now the Patriots, when they won all the Super Bowls, they didn't pay anybody. They paid freaking Tom Brady, and they had a couple other players. They didn't pay a lot of people either.
They paid defense. They had a lot of guys on defense. It was the offense.
But as soon as they started making money, they got rid of them, and they got somebody else.
Gronkowski made a ton of money.
Okay,
they had a. Again, I don't know.
Tell me one time. If the Patriots had Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, and Jamar Chase, do you think they pay all three of them? Well, tell me one time they paid that many guys on offense.
I'm not saying they should have. I don't think that they did. I don't know.
Yeah.
Again, there's a lot of research.
Anyway,
I'm happy to look this stuff up for you.
I gotta give a shout out to we got Superstar. We got Mon in there. What's up, Mon? Yeah, you're right. Winning is good for business. He's got a lot of good points up here. You guys are blowing it up. The Bengals net worth has increased $2 billion since 2021.
Oh, yeah. NFL keeps going and going and going. Yeah. At what point are the Bengals, or at what point are the Brown family going to actually invest in the franchise outside of just paying contracts? That's what. I'm not going to go off on that because it's the whole.
Well, the funny thing is, 2 years ago when they went to the Super Bowl, people were like, "Well, maybe we don't need as many scouts because the Bengals did it." Anyway,
right, but that's because they nailed 2 draft picks. Joe Burrow, and you don't get credit for you don't get credit for nailing
T.
Joe
Higgins.
Burrow.
They nailed they got Joe Burrow. They got T. Higgins back to back. And Logan Wilson, and then they got Jamar Chase. So that was 4 that are pretty damn good. So.
Well, no. You don't get credit. You don't get credit for getting Joe Burrow because that's 1-1. He was the no doubt.
Oh no. You get credit for it because their dumbasses argued with me on my show saying that they should have drafted Chase Young, and there were other. I don't. Somebody might have. I don't know.
The team wasn't going to do that. They needed a quarterback, so they were going to get a quarterback.
Well, yeah, but still, trust me. There's been other people who have passed on quarterbacks or something they should have done. I mean, hell, look at the Carolina Panthers. They picked the wrong one. All right, Mon here. Bengals business model requires outstanding drafts. If they have one or two subpar years, we really feel it. Yeah,
exactly.
And this year, I mean,
subpar years from 21 on.
And this year we don't. Well, this. Go ahead.
As I say,
I'll let you talk.
I was stopping to let you talk. 2021, terrible draft. They get Jamar Chase, who's legit superstar, one of the top three, a handful. You can't rank wide receivers because there's too many variables. He's a stud. After Jamar Chase, nobody besides a kicker. I like Edmund McPherson. He's a really good kicker. He's a kicker. You're not getting a lot of credit for drafting the kicker.
You're not? Nobody drafts kickers. And he's a guy. He's a guy that kicked us to the Super Bowl. So yeah, you get credit for because nobody drafts kickers.
He kicked into Super Bowls. They also drafted.
Hold on. How do you not get? Hold on. Wait. Whoa. If you're gonna crush them for stuff they missed, you can't go. Oh, we don't count it because it's kicker. Yeah, you have to give them credit. They drafted them. Other people don't draft kickers.
And Brad Robinson's never getting the job back. He was ass. My point is
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
What, Brad Robbins?
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's definitely not getting his job back. We'll see.
He was terrible last year, and I don't know. Rico hasn't really punted much the last couple of weeks.
I'll tell you, Evan McPherson has missed two kicks here the last 2 weeks, and the holder's different. And the holder's different. And he didn't miss any last year with Bray Robinson. Just saying. Hey, look, I've talked to Darren Simmons before, so I'm just telling you.
Check his accuracy over 50 last year. His accuracy over 50.
I know he sucked last year. I'm not arguing with you that he sucked last year. I'm just saying that they're not. He's still on the damn team. He's not gone yet. Just you want to fucking fire everybody? Jesus Christ!
No, I'm just talking about again. Okay, fine. There's two draft picks in 2021 that have been fine. Jamar Chase, obviously, and then a kicker. Jackson Carman, ass. The rest of the guys.
I believe that. Yeah,
terrible.
Was that good?
2022. What have they gotten from the 2022 draft?
Good. You're talking good. Who?
I'm saying like who have they who of worth have they came from the 2022 draft? Dax Hill, guys, third year, he doesn't look like anything. CTB, okay, CTB is not. I don't know how to grade CTB. He's a good corner.
Oh my! No! Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
Is he a good corner or a great corner? Okay,
come on, Joe. CTB is a really good corner. Give me a break.
I just said he's
decent. He's really good.
I literally just said
if he didn't get injured last year, he probably would have made the Pro Bowl.
I literally just said he's a good corner. Third round, Zach Carter, awful. Cordell Volson, fourth round,
pretty good. He's our starter.
Tyson Anderson, nothing. Jeffrey Gunner, nothing. We'll go to 2023 draft. Again, they're still early. I'm talking impact. I'm talking impact.
Yeah.
I like Miles Murphy. He really hasn't given much of an impact. I think he's going to be fine. I really think he's going to be fine.
Mom likes us arguing. By the way, we're still friends. He just frustrates crap out of me sometimes.
Right, exactly. DJ Turner, I like him. I think he'll probably take the starting job over Dax if the play continues. We'll see.
Only play. I want to see DJ Turner play some more. I like to see that.
The third round pick. This is the steal. Like, this is your best pick, Jordan Battle. He's played one fucking snap this year. What is going on?
Well, hopefully he'll.
I don't understand.
Well, I said that Tuesday. Lou likes he loves Von Bell. He loves Von Bell. So I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not. I want Jordan Battle to get some playing time. I am not disagreeing with you at all. And I love Bell. I want both to play. So
yeah,
we'll see.
It's you just look at it and you're like, what we as fans or the guys like Joe Goodberry, the guys that break down tape, let's like that, like they see this. They see. I mean, again, I don't think Von Bell is washed, but I just don't think he's a starting NFL safety.
And hopefully, like I said, there's got to be changes. You can't do what you did last week and do the same thing. So maybe this will change. Maybe Battle will get out there more. I mean, like I said, maybe they'll move the blitz. They got at least, if they're not going to move Trey Hendrickson around, they got to blitz more. They got to do something to get pressure on the quarterback. So that something Lou's going to. If Lou does the same freaking defense last week, I'll be shocked. If he doesn't change anything, I'll be completely shocked. Even if, because the thing is, like, what's driving me nuts is I feel like they got it for the Kansas City Chiefs game, and they're like, all right, we got an easy one against these other guys, and that's what it seems like. It seems like that they've taken these other teams lightly because we have a quote-unquote easy schedule. Sam Hubbard said it on Hassan's article, and he goes, he likes the pressure. And these guys, for some reason, are used to it. They do this to themselves every freaking year.
Yeah.
So when the pressure's on, they play better.
That's a big benefit.
Yeah, they play better. Well, I mean, it sucks. I don't like it. I wish they get off to a good start.
Right.
But they seem like they play better with their backs against the wall when people don't believe in them. So maybe this will be, because I mean, Pratt, who you've been roasting here, and I'm not saying he's played great at all, but Trag said it that, or no, again, Charlie Goldschmidt said it. He said Pratt looked at Goldschmidt and he said somebody's got to make a play, and he said, and he wasn't just talking about himself. He wasn't excluding himself. He was pissed off because they were like, so one on this defense has got to make a play, and nobody made a play on defense, and it all comes down, honestly. It all comes down to not getting pressure on the quarterback. That's the biggest problem with the defense this past week. You can't have the ball for 5-10 seconds and be able to cover for that long. It's not going to happen.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Strategy wise, again, neither one of us are coaches. We don't, we're not.
I don't. Whatsoever.
And also to who was that? Crypt Keeper Hell on Madden. I don't do Madden. I'm doing NCAA 2020, which is fun as hell. But I forget where I was going. Oh yeah. So if you do you move guys around to get more pressure again, like we've been talking, it's too easy, or do you risk? I mean, Andy Dalton has always been a guy like.
It's easier.
I gotta look at his numbers. I know.
To me,
it seems like a guy that's always been good at reading the blitz, though.
But I really do. If you make him get rid of the ball faster, however you do it, that helps. And to me, if you got a blitz guy, if you got, I still believe in our secondary. I mean, I do. I think I still think we have ball hawks. They just can't cover for that long. They got to figure out. And I don't know if Trey Henderson can, if you like I said, move him inside, put Joseph on side next to him, or somebody next to him, and load up one side, and they can't double team both of them. Or you blitz. I mean, that's it. I don't know what else like I said, I am not a football coach. I don't claim to be one. I don't know. Lou knows way more about defense than I do. And he's a way better defense coach than I am or will ever be. So they got to change something to get pressure on that. That's got to be the key to this week, getting pressure on the quarterback. I like what Mon here says. See, Mon says, we win on Sunday, get to 1-3, finish 7-7, 10-7, make the playoffs. Exactly. Hopefully. I mean, and I've said this before, if we win, when we win Sunday, we're going to be 1-3 in the same spot we were last year, and Joe stays healthy all year, knock on wood. He got on that run, we won 4 out of 5 games, and we were winning the Ravens game until he got hurt. Well, I still think we were going to win that because we were going up and down the field on him.
I mean, it's a good thought.
And like Cap,
they're playing well.
Well, I'll put it this way, and like Cap said, if TB catches that ball in the end zone against the Texans, we win. And we make the playoffs. I mean, that's how close it was with a backup quarterback. Yeah. So, I mean, I haven't given up on it. I mean,
creativity on offense. I'm just kidding. I know. I just wanted to get you going on that.
Well, hey, it's been. I'll give it to you. They've been. I think you agree. They've been a lot more creative here.
Oh, that's what I wanted to. This is what again. Brian Callahan knows offense. He Bengals put up points while he was here. I was glad to see. I'm glad to see, or I'm happy to see Dan Pitcher's fingerprints on it because it's multiple tight ends. There've been 3 tight ends in at the same time. I do want to see 2 running backs in at the same time. Split one out. Motion one out to receiver, whatever. But
they've used Sample as the blocking back, which is cool.
Used to.
Sample.
Oh yeah. Also, Eric Gall is a goddamn stud.
I love that dude.
I am absolutely in love with Eric All. The amount of gusto, the amount of energy that dude has going after blocks.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
he's a heat-seeking missile.
The thing is, you put just as far as the offensive line, you put Sample on there. There's good blockers as offensive linemen. I mean that you put on there and run behind that line.
You put Sample as your fullback and have Eric All as flexed out or as, kind of as a wingback type guy, and you can run power off, run power that way or play action. And Sample isn't going to give you much in the passing game, but Eric All, I want to see Eric All more in the passing game. But
I mean, again, I do too. But with Gesicki out there, I think we will. I put this way, I think we will later on. I think they're going to add him more and more and more. Eric All is going to get more and more play time. I guarantee you that. But let's see.
It's not like he needs to. It's not like they need to replace the tight end. That's the
No.
nice thing because
Right.
I think Gesicki's doing a decent job as pass catcher, and Drew Sample does what Drew Sample does. He does the dirty work.
Well, and all can do everything. That's why I like him. He can block and pass.
Oh, right.
Or and catch.
Exactly.
Mon here says, this is one that's been disappointing to me. Osai has really struggled. The mobile QB gives us fits. Do we rush or play contain? We did. I'll go back to the AFC Championship game. We contained Patrick Mahomes, and that's what we did not do in the first week. Dorsett. We let him run, and he's not the greatest running quarterback, but he
has good feet. He has good feet.
Yeah, he killed us on that.
Yeah.
I think we did a better job against Patrick Mahomes. He ran a little bit on us, but it wasn't a ton. I don't think he killed us. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think he killed us. I'm sure Joe will look it up and tell me I'm wrong.
He didn't have a ton. He had Mahomes had 4 for 29. Like that's kind of Mahomes-ish. I mean, 25, 30 yards on a handful of scrambles. That's about what he does.
So, I mean, one good thing we don't have to worry about with Andy. Andy's not going to. I mean, Andy run if he has to, but he's not a quote unquote mobile quarterback. So, but the thing we need more.
He was underrated in his day. Sorry, he was underrated moving in his day. No. He was fun to see out of the pocket.
Yeah, no, I'm saying more like Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson. He's not
35, 36. I don't know.
And he's older, so I don't know how good of how much he wants to run now. But he's
almost 37. Jesus.
Yeah, he's been there a while. I think he got drafted in
2011.
2011 when we drafted.
So you forget how old he was when he got drafted.
So I want to get back to Monse, which this is one that I'm hoping Joseph Osai figures it out. And one play that stands out to me in my head, and I saw it on the field. I could not believe he got juked so bad. He ran up the field, and what's Washington D.C.'s quarterback's name?
Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels juked him. He ran straight forward, and he went right past him, and that was disappointing for me to see because Joseph Osai is quick and athletic. He shouldn't have got beat that bad, and that's what scares me with Joseph Osai. But I said I still remember the beast of a game he had in the AFC Championship game against the Chiefs. Now, I know everyone remembers the play at the end, but that whole game he played great. Now he hasn't shown that since then. I'm still hoping he's been injured the last couple of years. Maybe the injuries are catching up to him. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I think the injuries stunted his growth because that game is the outlier, unfortunately.
Right. Oh yeah. That's to me. That's where we know he can get here. We've seen him do it. We just haven't seen it consistently, and I don't know if we ever will. We'll find out. But
I honestly think Cedric Johnson, he was their 6th rounder this year. I think he's ultimately will take his role once everything is settled. Once guys come back from injury, right. I honestly think Osai's stats or snaps are going to go down and down and down as the season goes on. I think Johnson's going to pick up, especially if he shows something. I don't know. Again, what we can see watching the game and what I can see looking at stuff on PFF only tells a little bit of the story. But I mean, they drafted him for a reason. He's got a lot of good physical traits. He's not, he's by no means going to become like a Trey Hendrickson or something. But I want to see what he can do.
We'll see. On that note, I got to get out of here. I got to get to the airport and go get my girls. That's why we started the show at 5 o'clock. Joe, you're an asshole, but I love you. I'll see you next Tuesday, brother.
See you, fellas.
Later. I do love that guy. He does drive me nuts, though. I do love that guy. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm sorry I got to end this early, but like I said, I have to go. My wife and daughter have been gone for a week, so I need to go pick them up, and I don't want them sitting there waiting for me at the airport. So I didn't even get this. I was going to put up the who played it and who didn't. I put that up there, who practiced. You can see B.J. Hill and Rankins didn't participate. Tanner Hudson didn't participate. And obviously Trent Brown and Trey Henderson, he was sick. So hopefully Trey's Sam Hubbard. Sorry, Sam Hubbard was sick. Anyway, get to this. Get out to Midwest Best Barbecue, please. Tell Tim and Nicole I said get you some CTB wings, some Inno wings. Get the Dillionaire wings. They are delicious. Corey, I'm not kidding. Corey ordered 75. I think they ate all of them. They were awesome. Check out Meyer Door and Windows at www.meyercincinnati.com for all your window and door needs. And my West Side peeps, please go check out Hail Mary's your ticket to the game right in the heart of Cheviot. And then come join me and Joe, and maybe we'll argue again like this. Hopefully not. Hopefully we'll all be celebrating. Actually, no, not hopefully. We will all be celebrating a win Tuesday night at Moreland Lager House. We're having a live sports talk there from 6 to 8. The happy hour goes for $3 to $9. You get $5 drafts, house wines, and willow drinks. And then the next home game come down to the Mercedes-Benz of Fort Mitchell at Moreland Lager House. Pregame experience starts 3 hours before every Bengals home game. It's only $75. I know people are like, oh, $75. But if you go down, if you have your own tailgate and everything set up, I understand. But if you're one that goes down and just hangs out at the banks or whatever, and you want to drink and eat some food, just come to Moreland Lager House. It's good. Trust me, once this gets bigger, we're going to move to a really cool spot. Trust me, you're gonna love the spot. It's coming. I can't wait to get there. So we need more and more people to show up. $75. Open bar. The buffet is delicious. We got a DJ. I'm there doing a live show. I said I do for, I don't know, sometimes half hour, sometimes an hour, sometimes 45 minutes. Just depends on how the vibe is and how the show's going. But come down to Mercedes-Benz of Fort Mitchell. Fort Mitchell Club at the Moreland Lager House, a pregame experience. Go to any of the Moreland House social media. Go to mine. The link is there to get tickets. Other than that, I'm going to go get my beautiful wife and daughter. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And I got a guest tomorrow. I don't know who it is right now. I gotta go. Thanks for the support, guys. Sorry we argued. If you liked it, cool. I would just change it and everything sucks. I'm like, they don't. That's just sports, baby. See ya!
They still gotta play us. Let's go, baby. Woo!
Hey, don't run that ball on the one Hubbard, showed you how that go down. Feeling like Santino, tell him we want all the smoke now. We ain't snooping that commercial, we don't put no smoke down. Plus we back and you can't hide, so it ain't nowhere safe to go now. We always gon' turn up in that jungle every time. How we ain't gon' win when we loaded in with 9? Plus T just came in signed, so the city gon' be fine. Jamar say he open every time and he ain't never lied. Look at how we win at it, the size of the old line. Giving Burrow extra time should be a federal crime. Hey, we right back on that path again. Put the division back to the test, they won't pass again. Orlando and Trent Brown, that's the Tower Twins. Feel like we only getting better as we stacking wins.
And we stacking.
Jaceki in for 6, that's a gritty again. AFC North battles getting gritty again. It's Yoshi second year, we just brought Burton in. Vaughn back to ring some bells, get the cracking again.